Hey everybody, hope all is well. Yo, check it. Another episode of I know you're tired, oh my gosh. Working hard only to starve?
Anybody else just sick of this shit? Just sick of it. Sick and tired of this shit, cause same. Realizing that I can't afford to live. Bro, I work full-time hours and I can't afford insurance because if I opted for insurance for me and my dependents, guess what? I would work full-time just to make sure I have insurance. I wouldn't even be getting paid. I would owe them money. So I wouldn't be getting money to pay my bills. My rent just skyrocketed and I can't afford it. So I have less than 30 days to move and everybody else is asking for just 2 to 3 times rent. 2 to 3 times. I can't even speak. Who the fuck makes that? Yet, have y'all seen what's going on with our government? They can't even pay their own bills. But I'm gonna just leave it at that. Are y'all paying attention? Like, we can't afford to live or die, because then you gotta pay for that shit too. It's just like, I know I'm not alone. Neither are you. But who said this was the dream? Because this is a fucking nightmare.
Yep, it is indeed a nightmare. But hey, that's what, a dream is not reality. And we unfortunately are seeing it now. Here's the thing about it. The other part, aside from the financial aspect, you can see by the frustration, by the reaction all across the globe. The stress, the inflation, it's really leading to, I think, a lot of depression and mental breakdowns. This is not sustainable. And from where we are, I don't hear any politicians trying to come out with a plan. We've got a plan for Ukraine, money for that. We've got money for the illegal immigrants that haven't paid into the system. But hey, come on over here. At least, hey, the good news is they're going to have a place to stay. Compliments of the U.S. taxpayers. Make it make sense. Working hard only to starve. This is not sustainable. And I think eventually, when you have issues like this here, when it's not sustainable, you do know what's next, right? You're looking at society, a breakdown. It'll get to the point, it can be like so hard, so very, very hard. And then it's like, you know what? What's the use of people can get depressed? You can get depressed and work so hard that guess what? Your body can no longer function because you are basically internalizing all that stress because you're working here, you're working 2 jobs, then you go home, and then the frustration. And while you're supposed to be sleeping and maybe resting at night, you can't. Why? Because you're worried about, okay, you made it today. What about tomorrow? It's really, 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 truly that bad. So eventually, all the stress, it can go from mental to physical. Oh, trust and believe real quick. And when people realize that, hey, guess what? I'm doing everything I was told to do. You're working 2 jobs and you can't make it. Sometimes their body will just shut down. We're not talking about motivation. The body can only take so much. It can just shut down. And then what? Next thing you know, oh yeah, you're going to have a whole segment of society because they could not afford to live. Don't be surprised. You have a whole segment of society that's like major, not just depressed, but possibly clinically depressed. Oh, yeah. And then what? Innovation out the window. Then what? Socialism? Everybody getting a check? Well, someone has to work. And that's the whole thing about it. The sad thing is, guess what? Going to work every day, the math ain't mathing. The math, it's not mathing. It's not working out. So what comes after that? Oh, it is not a good thing. It is so not cute. Not at all. Anyway, let me know what you all think, and thanks for watching.